Good afternoon. This is Jason in the IPR game room, and today we're going to talk about Ghost Ops, the Covert Operations RPG. Okay, let's get down to it. Ghost Ops Covert Operations RPG is a role-playing games written by and created by Feral Gamers, their game company. It has a fairly simple and direct premise. You are former law enforcement or military special forces drawn from 13 different countries who've signed sort of an agreement secretly in a Paris Accord to have a joint secret unit that goes around the world solving problems that all 13 nations agree require quiet, violent attention, generally violent. This unit is called the International Covert Operations Unit, and your opponents in this game are typically terrorist organizations, drug cartels, rogue elements within governments, private armies and militias, and that kind of thing. And you are, again, a multinational force that is deployed secretly around the world to take care of these issues. Now, I didn't actually expect to like this book as much as I did. It's got a lot going for it as a game and as a very direct read. The first thing that surprised me about it is it uses fudge, what we now typically call fate dice, to play. Those are the dice that have a varying number of pluses and minuses on them. You're probably very familiar from using them to play the Dresden Files role-playing game. But as a history, the dice actually go back before that to an earlier generic universal role-playing game system from the 90s, pioneered by Anne Dupuis at Grey Goose Publishing, that was called Fudge. And so it's actually a very simple mechanic that can be applied outward to a wide variety of things. You are a certain amount of good at a particular skill. You roll a certain amount of these fudge or fate dice. We'll just call them fate dice. As a mechanic to determine sort of how fate influences your actions. And then you consult a table. In the fate system, it's called the ladder. They simply call it the table in this. And that kind of gives you a narrative outcome that allows you to narrate out how your actions go. The creators of the game have taken this and extrapolated it into a actually very streamlined, very direct, and surprisingly crunchy rule system for playing military ops. And it works. And its appeal, again, is that it's really very straightforward. The prose in this game is very smooth, very direct. There's not a lot of superfluous things in this book. It gets very direct to what it does, which is let you create a character through a multi-step process, beginning on what nationality you come from, and you've got an awful lot of them to choose from. Again, there's 13. You can be British, you can be American, you can be Canadian, you can be Italian, you can be German, French. It all comes, and each one gives you a basic unit of what background you have in that country's military or police forces, what weapons and equipment you know how to use because of that. It's pretty informative. What starting skills you have, and then from that kind of national basis, you then pick basically a package, and there's a bunch of different ones. Oh, the artwork in this is quite nice. I was really impressed by how good it was. It's all done, I think, more or less by the same artist, or perhaps one or two artists. And here we are. And it is again, it's a military ops book, so it's all very focused on that. Then after you pick your package, you go ahead and build your character in a series of steps. It looks really pretty fast, like you would do it quickly. And from then you move pretty much right on to mission design, equipping your unit, and going out and doing these various covert missions. It has a variety of suggested groups that you'd be in opposition to. But really, all you have to do is read the news if you want to. I mean, you could pretty much read the news and pick out some sort of horrible group that needs the attention of a multinational, secret, highly skilled force. Again, really impressed. Highly streamlined, well written, very direct and matter of fact. Lots of equipment you can use. Like a good character creation system. Rather believable. It's not even especially cinematic. It feels very, very matter of fact. Highly recommended. And remember, gamers, like Sun Tzu says, he who is patient and lies in wait for an enemy who is not will emerge victorious.
Hey guys, AC here again to let you know that you can get Ghost Stops on IPR's website through the link in the description below, as always. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And check out our monthly newsletter. It's got a whole bunch of news about IPR, current happenings, Kickstarters, podcasts that we think you guys will like, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So go check that out if you're interested, also linked below. And yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Bye!